Must be hearing things. Let's see here. What, the 11 Tonys wasn't good enough for you? Yeah, that's good. Hey, I know it's not my best material, but, the rest of the monologue is killer. Well, you clearly don't know comedy at all. And around here, I'm the sheriff of these parts. You really have some nerve, don't you?
Is that like some pre-show ritual or something?
These damn showbiz types. You ready, Tyler?
Wait, you don't hear that?
Hear what?
The laughter, the cheering, it's driving me crazy.
Oh man, he's losing it.
That wasn't even that funny.
Just go get ready.
Screw it. I'm going crazy.
Pre-recorded from Marist College, this is Studio A.
Welcome to Studio A, MCTV's original variety show, starring Tyler McGuigan, Chris Smith, Val Cervello, and Gabby Guerrero. Tonight's trending topics panel, Zach Boudreau and Charlie Hannon. And our special guest, Eli Morrison. Now please welcome your host, Tyler McGuigan.
Hey! Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited for this new season of Studio A. We got some COVID restrictions lifted, so, while we still have to wear masks from time to time, I don't right now because it's just me up here and I'm far enough away from everybody. So that's great. Now you can see my beautiful face. Look, I got this beard now. But, while we do have to wear masks sometimes, we can now have live audiences again. Yeah, awesome. And I forgot we are filming this when we actually don't have a live audience, so there's going to be no clapping. And since we don't have to socially distance anymore, our panel is finally back to being in person. Awesome, right? This season is going to be so great. We've gotten a bunch of new talented members this year, and they have some great ideas for the show. Unfortunately, there is some bad news. This will probably be my last semester hosting the show. Actually, I'm just now realizing that may be good news to some of you. But to my few fans, I know this might be disappointing for you. But I'm a senior now, and I'm going to be capping next semester. So I really don't think that I'll have time to do the show anymore. This show will always have a special place in my heart, and I'll never forget my time here. On the bright side, you guys are going to be getting a new host, hopefully someone who's funnier than I am. I think we're going to be incorporating a co-host this semester, so that will be fun. And there's also a ton of great content coming for you guys soon, but for now, let's move on. The Emmys were last night, and they were kind of meh. I didn't see any of the shows that won awards during the actual ceremony. I know that makes me look bad considering I'm a film and television major, but I have no time to be watching these many shows. I'm already watching 5 different shows right now, and I can't invest time into any more and still have a social life. I do want to watch Ted Lasso though, but at the same time, I don't want to pay for Apple TV+. Of course, the awards for the shows I did watch, like The Mandalorian, weren't even given out during the live show and were actually awarded a week in advance. These were all the technical awards, so of course Mandalorian won 7 of them. I really don't have much to say about the Emmys except for why the f*** was Hamilton nominated? I had the same problem when it was nominated for Golden Globes. It's not a TV movie. It's a Broadway show that was recorded and put on Disney+. What, were the 11 Tony Awards not good enough for you? They just took up nomination spots from other limited series and TV movies that actually deserved the spots. Now, Hamilton getting nominated was bad enough, but it actually won an Emmy too for Outstanding Pre-Recorded Variety Special. Of course, Hamilton is going to win when it's going up against the Friends reunion and Bo Burnham's Inside. It's a great musical, but it's not TV. It's had its time in the sun already. That would be like if they recut Breaking Bad and released it as a 5-hour film and it got nominated for like a bunch of Oscars. It's a whole different medium. Anyway, I said my piece. We got to move on with our show now. This episode, I will be interviewing my arch nemesis, Eli Morrison, on why he is a snake. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about you, Eli. You know what you are. Oh, by the way, how's your semester going, by the way? Good? Good? I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. I once again am probably for the last time going to have my friends Zach and Charlie on the panel, in person too. The bi-weekly update returns along with Chris. Maggie had to step down, but Val is back to take her place. And there's even more than all of that to come. So stay tuned for another great episode of Studio A. Tonight, we have an interview with my mortal enemy, Eli Morrison.
How's it going?
Good. Worse, now that you're here. All right, let's cut to the chase. How much did you pay Matt Carpenter to win the finale of Quarantine Quiz Show?
Not as much as you should have paid your tutor beforehand.
Wow. Wow, the nerve on this man. You know, I knew you paid him. I knew you paid him to win.
I didn't pay anybody anything.
Yeah, Oh, yeah. Oh, he just happened to change the rules at the end so that you can win, huh?
You just made it really easy to answer more questions.
Wow. Well, you know, hopefully, I'm sure by the time this episode comes out, you will all have seen the finale of Quarantine Quiz Show. That will, you know, give you the backstory of why I have beef with my, with this guy here, Eli.
Or I can just save you the time and tell you that I won and he lost.
I was supposed to win, and Matt found some sort of loophole that allowed him to earn more points than he should have earned, and he beat me. And I'm still salty about it to this day because I should have won that game.
All I heard was you admit that I beat you. That's all I needed. I'm happy.
Okay, legally you beat me, but I was the true winner there. All right. Who had more points going into that final round?
Who had more points at the end of it?
All right, you know what? Next question. Why are you a snake? Because that's exactly what you are.
Why did you have to write that on a teleprompter in advance?
I like to remember my questions, Eli. And also, I'm the one asking questions here.
Yeah, because you sure couldn't answer them.
I was answering a lot of questions during Quarantine Quiz Show.
Incorrectly.
I answered a lot of them correctly, though. I think you have to. I think your memory is a little flawed on that episode. So answer the question. Why are you a snake?
I don't think that I am. So I think the question's wrong.
Look at him dodging the questions. Do your friends know how evil you are?
Well, I beat them in games all the time too, so I guess you could say yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they share my suffering then, because you're a cheater.
Oh.
You've never won a game logistically in your life.
Yeah, I just think really hard about using the word logistically there.
I think I used the wrong word. Legitly. I meant to say legitly.
Good job.
That's not even a word, I don't think.
A for effort.
I just can't stand to look at you right now. Yeah, I hate you so much. Why did I have you even on here? This was just a waste of time. See this? gonna settle our feud with this.
Jumbling Tower.
We couldn't find Jenga, okay? We had to get Jumbling Tower. That's all Rite Aid had. But I'm gonna prove to you that I can beat you in a game.
I'd like to see you try.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see you try for real with no cheating and no f***ing loopholes. That's enough questions. Let's move on. I'm tired of this. Get backstage until you're ready to come back out. Please, please. I want to get my true friends out here for the panel. This guy. On this episode's panel to talk all things trending, I have my good friends Zach Boudreau and Charlie Hannon. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Glad to be here.
All right, yeah, one last rodeo, right?
Absolutely.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, well, last night was the 73rd Annual Emmy Awards, and there was actually a ton of awards given out, including the ones that we didn't see last night. So taking all of the winners into account, how do you guys feel about the shows that received Emmys? Do you agree with who they felt deserved the awards?
You know, I agree for the most part. I'm not a big movie buff. I'm not a big show buff, but like, from what I've heard, I'm really happy for who got awards, and I think it was just a great show.
Well, Ted Lasso did a sweeping sort of a
Yeah.
lot of the
Yeah.
comedy segments or comedy awards that had happened. And I'm assuming it's a good show. I don't have Apple Plus. I'm not going to afford it, and I'm not going to get the subscription or anything. But I
Yeah.
mean, I'm seeing a lot of TikToks and shit about it. So I mean, I imagine he's really good.
I know, I really want to watch it. My dad watches it. He keeps telling me to watch it. I'm like, I know. Because I heard it's so, I think my friend Palmer also told me to watch it. I know it's a great show. I don't know if I don't want to pay for Apple TV Plus. I had it for free for like over a year. Like Apple just gave me a free subscription to it. I don't know why. They're just giving that shit out for free, I guess, because they know no one's gonna pay for that.
It's like Oprah up in here.
But yeah,
I would love to watch it. I love Jason Sudeikis. Like, I think he's amazing. I've watched way too much of him in Saturday Night Live. I honestly, this show kind of just fell off of the radar for me until last night at the Emmys, and I'm willing to pay for Apple Plus or whatever it's on, but
yeah.
we'll see.
I mean,
what
it's only
happens.
like $5, I think. Or
Oh, I can
$6 a
binge watch
month.
that in a day.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cheap compared to the other services.
I think they also give you like a free month or something.
Yeah,
like that if
something
you
like
sign
that.
up,
I
so-
think my free subscription has ended up though. I think it's ended by now, but I don't know. I haven't checked. I watched Servant, which was like the M. Night Shyamalan show on there, and that one was really good, but it didn't really get nominated for much. What was I gonna
Other
say?
things. I mean, Crown. The
Yeah.
Crown did
yeah.
really
a
well.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, whoever plays Prince Charles, apparently he won an award. Good for him. No idea who he is.
Yeah.
Good for him though, you know.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about,
Me
honestly,
neither.
because I kind of I didn't watch the whole award ceremony, but I watched bits and pieces, and I also don't watch The Crown. I don't watch like any of the shows that got nominated, or won. Some of the ones that got nominated, I've seen, like obviously WandaVision.
Yeah, The
I
Boys.
think didn't Giancarlo Esposito get nominated for Mandalorian,
I
like
believe so.
supporting
yeah,
actor?
Mandalorian was up
Absolutely.
there.
And like what's that
Boys.
guy's name? Timothy Oliphant got nominated for like guest actor in The Mandalorian.
Nice.
But yeah, I found it funny how like so many categories were like dominated by like maybe like 3 shows. Like they'd have like 7 nominees for every category, like best supporting actor in a series, and like 4 of them are from like The Handmaid's Tale, 3 of them from The Crown. It's like these are all
Yeah.
just the same shows. Like
Because you're not really rooting for the like person who's like gonna win the award. You're rooting for the show to win
Yeah.
the award.
Yeah.
Pretty
like
much.
it's your favorite. Like Queen's Gambit. I was excited when that one won. That one was really good.
Yeah.
another one that I have not
You
seen.
need to watch that one.
I-
That one's great.
There's so many shows that I'm watching right now. It's just like I can't, and none of them got nominated. Like I don't know.
I don't know. For me personally, when I was like researching the Emmys, what happened earlier today, the first thing that popped up for me was Seth Rogen's speech that he gave. It was like a 1.5-minute long speech, and he was joking around. I mean, you know Seth Rogen, great laugh, funny dude. But he was like, I did not know that we would be crammed in this tent. There's
Yeah.
a roof. There are 3 chandeliers on this tent.
Yeah, I liked his little monologue he gave there. It was like nice, short and sweet. It was right to the point. It was actually pretty funny. I liked how when he goes, he's like, "All right, that was all the jokes I wrote for tonight." I love Seth Rogen. He's great.
No, he's amazing.
Great producer, by the way. Produces some great shows like Invincible and
The Boys.
The Boys.
Yeah, he
like,
backed a lot of The
produced those?
Boys.
Really?
yeah, he like works
Wow.
on those. Yeah, it's like really awesome.
That's cool. Good for him.
Yeah. Oh, what about some of those technical awards? I'm glad The Mandalorian won. I mean, obviously it was gonna win some of those like visual effects, because like the only people that have the money to do that shit are like
It's
Disney,
Disney,
you know, any of the big
platforms,
Marvel or
absolutely.
Star Wars shows. Like they're crazy.
I mean, they were able to produce some pretty like amazing visual effects, and
I
I mean, they
know.
took it like even a step further this season as compared to last season.
Yeah,
last season
it-
I felt like they were just kind of get to like the roots of Star Wars, you know,
Yeah.
not really try to focus on that like
Especially-
high VFX.
Especially that giant monster in like the season premiere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
like that was huge.
Yeah, that was
like really good
insane.
effects.
Yep.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for this hot topic. We'll be right back after the break.
My name is Gur Hazard.
And my name is Palmer Napso. Here are tonight's top stories.
News you can trust.
On a Maltese cruise ship containing 1,500 people, it has been discovered that 12 crew members have been diagnosed with the coronavirus.
Administering the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the site was set to run from March 5th to March 10th.
Bi-weekly coverage.
Just this morning, Tropical Storm Sally was declared a hurricane.
Motorola has shared that their newest phone, yet to be released, can fold up to 100 times per day.
The reality show, which played for 20 seasons on VH1, is what shot the Kardashian family into mega stardom.
New episodes on the MCTV HD YouTube channel.
What If is a Marvel show that is currently streaming on Disney+. It is an anthology series that explores alternate timelines in Marvel's multiverse, and I, for one, find it very interesting. How do you guys feel about it? I know you're not the biggest fan of it, which is why I like having you here.
Boring. It's boring. I find it boring. And I don't like the animation.
Really?
I just don't. And I don't know. Man, I got to sit through all of it all over again. You know, I don't know. I guess I'm getting at that point in my life where I just don't care about Marvel stuff anymore.
That's sad.
I know.
That's sad,
That's how you know
dude.
you're growing up when you just don't
You're
care
not
as much as
growing
you
up.
do.
You're just getting boring. Come on.
Ouch.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'll fight you on this. I loved it. I loved What If so far. I think they're making more. I hope they do.
Oh, they're
but
definitely going to
they
have another
better.
season of this. This is
I
gonna
liked
be-
it a lot.
Yeah.
I like the episode with Doctor Strange.
Okay,
Dude,
that was a good one.
Doctor
And
Strange
Zombies
episode
was good too. But
Zombies
like,
was
of
good.
course, everyone's expecting like the zombie one, and
Yeah.
like that was the only one I wanted to watch.
Well, when you watch like, I don't know, when you watch Loki, is every episode a hit? Is every episode a straight up banger?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I say no.
loved
I
it.
argue
say
no.
It's great.
In fact, I actually thought the most disappointing episode in that show was the finale.
Yeah, exactly.
That opened it up so. Okay.
I know, but it
It
ended on
opened it up.
such
See,
a
this
big.
is what we're
it,
having, we're having
it
a
felt like
difference of opinion.
nothing happened in that last episode, except the reveal of Kang. It was like that was
Yeah.
it. It was like an hour-long episode of a reveal. It just feels
Of the multiverse. That's why.
I know, but it's like it just felt like setup. Like that whole episode was set up instead of a conclusion of the Loki season.
No,
it was,
I mean-
it was more like setting up other shit that we have to like wait longer for.
But it's case in point. Not every episode is going to be a hit. What if not every episode was a hit?
Yeah, but for me, if I'm only getting 2 out of the 8 that just came out, 2 out of the 8 that I'm enjoying, it's not a hit.
But
I mean,
it's 30 minutes.
It doesn't matter, Chuck.
It's 30
It's
minutes.
30 minutes that I gotta sit through.
You don't have to. You
I
can
guess you don't have
stand.
to watch.
As a superhero nerd, as I'm sure the 3 of us here at this table are,
Yeah.
I feel an obligation to watch it because I have to. You know, like I feel like I've been like mentally conditioned to watch this series.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've tried, and I just can't get into any of them. I don't like the animation either. I find it to be. I find it like
Yeah.
if I look at the animation, I could honestly not tell if this was a Fortnite like trailer or whatever compared to it actually being the show.
Yeah. Well, I won't argue much about the animation. It could be better. It's not the best. I think it's good enough for what
But like,
it is.
and like when you get the actual actors voicing their cartoon characters, again, it just doesn't feel real to me.
It's definitely no Into the Spider-Verse. Like that animation was beautiful.
That was
If they did that kind of animation for this show, that'd be like amazing.
And they also relied really heavily on like the comic book kind of like fonts with some of the stuff that you do. And especially with how each of those characters had their own like, I don't even know what to call it, like setting in terms of like, you know, Noir Spider-Man was black and white.
Yes. They had the
Spider-Gwen
Japanese one
was
with,
the
like,
pink one, you know.
Yeah, they had,
Japanese
like,
one was a little bit more anime based.
yeah.
And it all looked great. This looks like highly filtered, saturated garbage, and I hate it.
All right. Well, the animation's not the great, but I actually do like more than just 2 episodes. You are entitled to your opinion. If you only like 2 of them, then I guess it's not a hit. But I've liked most of them. The last episode, I actually didn't care much for the first episode with Captain Carter, and then the most recent episode with Killmonger.
That was probably my least favorite.
The rest I liked.
Just like surprise, just letting you know Killmonger's still a dick in
My
this one.
favorite episode, actually, my favorite one was the 3rd episode, which was the murder mystery where all the Avengers got killed.
Yeah.
I think that by far was the most satisfying episode because it actually has the most satisfying ending. I think it has like a much better ending than all the other episodes. All the other episodes kind of end on like really big cliffhangers that don't really resolve the conflict. But in this episode, like you find out who the killer is, they take them down, and like they kind of like just send it. It feels like that's done. They had like a little bit of a teaser at the end with Captain Marvel.
I do like how they set up like a new kind of Avengers.
Like a different Avengers that's
Yeah.
not the ones that we know.
I feel like with some of the episodes too, I'd like to see more. Like this is stuff I'd like to,
And
maybe
that's
see their
another
own
issue
short.
with it is that it felt like it was leading off into something else, and then you just cut credits.
I think we're definitely
It was
getting
another like WandaVision thing where you're waiting for it, and then all of a sudden you get the please stand by as they're clipping
the
through
credits roll.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to get some sequels to these episodes in season 2. Like Zombie, I want to see more of Zombie
definitely
Thanos.
watch the zombie sequel.
Zombie
That looks
Thanos.
so good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
But yeah, I mean, one last thing I want to end off is I am really excited. I hope the show does well because I do want to see a season 2 because the writers of the show did talk about possibly bringing in other Disney properties into the multiverse, like Marvel meeting Star Wars characters.
Oh,
maybe.
that would be good. That'd be good. As a
Luke
Star Wars
Skywalker
fan,
versus the Avengers.
Dude,
he'd wipe the floor.
Gonk Droid versus Thanos.
Yeah.
But honestly, I could take or leave a season 2.
Yeah. All right. That's fair enough. I think we're pretty much wrapped up with this topic. So let's move on. Now that we can finally visit other resident areas on campus without masks on, we can finally have a Cribs host again. We have a brand new host for this season, and you're about to find out who that is as they give you a tour of their house in Lower Fulton. So stay tuned for that.
Hey, I'm Gabby, and I'm the new host of MCTV Cribs. We're here at 9G to check out my house and Danny's house, so let's check it out. Hello!
Hello!
Come on in! Wow, this is a gorgeous house, Danny.
Thank you. Let me show you around. So here we have our first floor. Obviously, welcome to Mara's Banner. We do have some eclectic art pieces. This one, a mockery of the Train Spotting movie poster. Gabby actually made it herself as a present. This I got for $1 at a really scary estate sale. It was made in the 90s by a graffiti artist in Honolulu. Funny how that works. Hi, baby. And so over here is where the magic happens, right? This is like the art gallery. I think it speaks for itself, so I won't explain it.
Are you in a band?
No. We have some really important informational posters on the wall as well. You know, because it's really hard to you know, keep it together as you're growing. It's like we're hitting the second puberty over here. Be kind to your neighbors. You know, think before you talk.
What kind of foods do you make?
Oh, I
in the
make
kitchen?
tofu, make rice. We try to keep neat kitchen. Neat kitchen is very important, but the cabinet space, it's not for 8 girls. You know, it's neither here nor there. However, we do keep something down on the counter. We're not messy. We're optimizing our space.
Ugh, with limited space, do you have any additional storage space?
Yes, we do actually. Come this way. So obviously all our kitchen stuff is in here, but it's also helpful to store some, you know, like mops, brooms, yeah, like cleaning supplies, oh, my laptop charger, oil, kind of like the bulkier stuff. Mops, broom, yeah, it's kind of got everything. So yeah, you could always just like put your stuff in there.
Oh,
Fire
this is a
hydrant.
great poster.
Can't cover your fire hydrants with anything, or the New York Fire Police will arrest you.
This is a great poster.
I told you
Someone's
we love
birthday?
art. No. No.
Oh.
No. Yeah. So I think that says it about for the ground floor.
Want to take it upstairs? Wow, this is an awesome second floor.
It is.
How many rooms are on this floor?
There's actually 4 rooms on each of the top 2 floors and 1 bathroom on each of the top 2 floors. There are no bedrooms or bathrooms on the bottom floor. Let's have a peek-see, right? You know, I hang some posters here. It is extremely echoing, so be warned. Always travel far. The bathroom area, we got 2 sinks, some storage over here, a shower room, and a toilet room, which is pretty standard for all the housing in Marist. There's a lot of shower rooms, toilet rooms, but there's an exact replica of this right above it.
That's awesome.
Now, Gabby, would you care to show us your room? Hot stuff.
Let's check out this awesome room. Why is it awesome? Because I live here. So yeah, basically the room comes with a closet, very essential, and I decided to put my dresser in here to optimize my space because the rooms are a little small, but they're pretty perfect for a single. Comes with a desk, and I had brought this nice little piece. Yeah, and also the lighting here is pretty bad. There's a light right above there. And there's also a light in the closet. However, when it does get dark, it's good to like probably bring your own lamp because it's pretty poor lighting. And also
horrifying.
And also it's nice to get like open your curtain and kind of get a lot more light in the room.
It's got all the bare necessities. You know, got a nice window light, natural light. That's a big thing. That was Gabby's room. Let's take it up to the 3rd floor just so you get the whole picture and you can see my room. We're on the 3rd floor. And quick life hack, if you want to maximize some bathroom space, if you don't want to keep things under the cabinet, if you're like, oh, like wet stuff in cabinet, freaks me out, as it should. We have this little cart. So you can see it's quite easy to maneuver. If you wanted to put it maybe over here, you can do that with ease. And you can fill it up with stuff. Bring your own shower curtain, which is really neat. And yes, all the lights turn on like that. But shower curtain, really little blue vibe, little blue stripe vibe. And there's also 4 bars to hang towels. So you have a lot of towel space too, which is super nice.
Yeah, and if you don't bring your own curtain, the one that it comes with is just this white one.
Yes. All right, on to our final room, 3rd floor room. Gabby, would you mind opening the door? Hands are open. So everything that I've hung has fallen down, so I've tried to put it in different places, hence the pendants in the closet and so on. And the poster on the floor. I don't know where my tape is. But yeah, so this is another way you can set up your room. This has a little bit more space. My dresser is not in the closet, and I don't have a lot of posters, so I went for a little record wall. I do not collect records like Gabby, so these are actually just like flea market records that my mom thinks I would like. That's why I have like The Sound of Music and Neil Diamond on the same wall.
Wow, Danny, thank you so much for taking us on this house tour.
Of course, thank you for being here.
Do you have any lasting remarks?
Lasting remarks, living in Lower Fulton 9G is a blast, and it's a great area to live, so if you're kind of on the fence about it, I would definitely say go for Lower Fulton. Great place to be, you know, super scenic and serene, and you feel like you're in like a gated community. So, gotta check it out.
Come to Lower Fulton.
Spider-Man No Way Home and The Matrix Resurrections recently dropped their first trailers, and I think both of these films look very exciting. Have you guys seen these trailers? And if so, what did you think about them?
Not gonna lie, I love Keanu Reeves as much as the next guy, but like, I think I'm not thinking of The Matrix. That's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking of John Wick.
Yeah.
Matrix.
Which is
I
also
haven't seen
coming
The
out
Matrix in ages. Wait, they're coming out with another John Wick?
Yeah. They filmed both John Wick 4 and the new Matrix like at the same time.
Either way, I'm excited for The Matrix. I feel like it looks like a Disney movie though.
Really?
To an extent. I
It
feel
doesn't
like they
have
have
the same tint of the old Matrix.
The
where it
green,
had
it doesn't
the
have the green.
Yeah. So it's hard for me to look at it and think of it as a Matrix movie
Yeah.
when I was just, I don't know. It has that, like, I don't know when it was made, like 90s, yeah?
First one was 99, and then they
99.
bled into the 2000s.
Yeah.
I think the last
That,
one was
like
2003.
early 2000s, late 90s kind of filming vibe. I don't know. It's
Mhm.
hard for me. I don't like reboots, and I don't like continuations off of something that happened 20 years ago was The Matrix.
Yeah.
Think about that.
It's a common trend
Wow.
now to see like sequels based on franchises from like years ago.
Right.
Like I just saw I just saw a new trailer for the next Halloween movie today.
But that one's the exception to where like it can play off really well.
Yeah,
and it did a really good job.
Yeah,
like,
that last one was
continuing
pretty
off
good,
it.
but I was kind of disappointed because I thought that was going to be like the last Halloween movie, and they're like, nope, there's 2 more coming out.
Not when it does that well at the box office. And,
Yeah.
you know, you have to make another one after that.
Anyway, let's talk more
Yeah.
about Matrix. I'm excited. I think the action looks pretty cool in this. I love Keanu Reeves. It's funny seeing him in this movie though because he doesn't really look like Neo. He just looks like Keanu Reeves. I've heard theories that in this new Matrix movie, so he's clearly like back in the Matrix again, and he doesn't remember like anything that happened in the previous movie. I've heard a theory about like how in this new Matrix he's actually like a famous movie star, and they gave him like a big life of luxury so that he never wants to break out of the Matrix. Kind of like what that one guy wanted in the first Matrix movie who turns on the team. He's like, actually, I want to be, put me back in the Matrix, make me famous. I don't want to remember the real world. I think I would, and it would be really funny and so meta if like Keanu Reeves was Keanu Reeves in the Matrix in this next movie. And it's like, no, your name is Neo. It's like, what?
Yeah.
He's like talking about his next John Wick movie. It's like, that'd be so funny.
That would be pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm really excited though for young Morpheus. You know?
Yeah.
And kind of learning a little bit more about his
If that
character.
even is Morpheus.
Yeah.
It looks like Morpheus.
I thought it was.
Didn't Morpheus die in like a video game or something, and that's apparently canon now? It's like,
Oh, I didn't know that. I
That's
thought that
why.
he definitely lived at the end of the third
yeah,
Matrix
he
movie.
survived, and like there was a game. It was like The Matrix Online or something. It was
Oh,
like or
that's
some
lame.
some RPG, and
But
he
that
like
also brings
died.
up another concern. I thought Neo died at the end of the third Matrix film.
He did.
So,
Or I don't
like, obviously the film's gonna have to explain that either like his subconscious is like still living and like that's what they're trying to subdue.
Yeah, maybe
And
maybe
he's,
his
like,
actual
free from his body or whatever.
Yeah, maybe his body is dead, but like his consciousness is still in the Matrix. I don't know.
Because it seemed like he died in like the real world, but
Yeah.
like he still was like in the Matrix at the end of the third film.
Yeah.
Getting into some metaphysical
And it looks
shit.
like this is like another version of the Matrix. Like they've
Right.
talked about how they've had multiple versions of the Matrix before. I think they just rebooted the Matrix, and like this is a new version now. Anyway, let's talk about Spider-Man because we haven't talked about
Spider-Man,
that
I'm
yet.
pumped. Yeah,
That looks
let's-
great.
Spider-Man, I'm so excited. Alfred Molina is back
Yeah.
as Dr. Octopus,
I'm-
and
Oh
that's
my
the
gosh.
only reason I'm watching that.
Dude,
film.
Yeah, the
when he
only-
said, hello,
You go
Peter.
first.
Yeah.
Dude, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
I was like, no way. And I didn't know it was the same guy that
Right.
played him in the Tobey Maguire movies. So like I was like, wow, he looks like the guy. I don't know if they got the guy.
They got the guy back.
They got the guy.
Yeah, and,
Oh
they,
my
and they got
gosh.
Jamie Foxx as Electro.
Yeah.
Willem
It
Dafoe,
looks like
I
there
heard.
was Sandman there. People are saying that they might have seen either Venom or Lizard.
Oh my God.
Like
wow.
there's so much. And then of course when you bring in those villains, are we getting Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire?
Yes.
Oh,
we have to at this
Did you
point.
see the leak
No.
footage? Oh,
No, I
okay,
didn't.
okay. No, they are most definitely in the movie right now. I think Andrew Garfield is playing coy right now. Because he signed an NDA, he can't legally say that he's in the movie.
Right.
But everyone knows that he's in the movie right now. So he's going on like Jimmy
Very
Fallon
excited.
and stuff, and they're asking him about it, and he just can't say anything. But honestly, I will be honest. The only reason why I'm excited for this movie is to see the old characters.
Yeah.
And to see
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire, who is my personal favorite version of Spider-Man. He's like the most
He's the
accurate
OG,
Spider-Man.
He does the best.
Aside from
nerdiest
the
Peter
organic
Parker.
web shooters, I think he's the most accurate version of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I wasn't a big fan of Amazing Spider-Man.
No.
But,
I
hey,
thought the
you know,
gadget, like when he was making the web shooters, was pretty cool. Though.
Yeah, there were some good parts, but
Yeah.
I'm glad. I want to see them all back, and I'm hoping this can turn around the Tom Holland franchise and like kind of improve it because I wasn't a big
I wasn't
fan.
that impressed with Far From Home.
Far From Home. I didn't.
It
really-
just felt
Homecoming
like-
was great.
Yeah, Homecoming was really good. I really
Far From
enjoyed
Home.
it.
Yeah.
I love
I
Far
thought
From Home,
Mysterio
but-
was really great. First time seeing him in like an actual like live good production
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
So I mean, I really like Jake Gyllenhaal. I thought he did a good job. But other than that, I don't know. It felt really rushed. It felt. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I'm excited for both these movies, Spider-Man and Matrix, but we got to wrap it up now. Thanks a bunch, Zach and Charlie, for hopping on the panel this week. Now stick around for our bi-weekly update.
Hello and welcome back to this semester's first episode of Biweekly Update. We're here to share the news that really matters to you. I'm Chris.
And I'm Val. As Tyler previously mentioned, the Emmys were in fact last night, and I think I watched 2 of the many shows that were nominated. Sorry to let anyone down by saying that, but that's my truth. I'm not here to lie, just have to tell the truth and look pretty. Anyways, a lot of controversy sparked about people not fully social distancing or wearing masks as COVID cases in LA keep rising. Seth Rogen even called out the Emmys for holding the event in a small packed room that was supposed to be held outside.
Over the summer, former professional football player and author of If I Did It, O.J. Simpson, has said that he avoids Los Angeles because he could be sitting next to his wife's murderer. This is not unlike Bill Clinton being afraid of the man that got him impeached.
Last week was the annual Met Gala, which was postponed last year due to COVID. This year's theme was American independence, and let's just say these celebrities were given too much freedom to wear some of these fits. I love how I say that while I was wearing sweatpants and a hoodie, while they were wearing $1 million suits and dresses. An interesting look that was talked about a lot was Kim Kardashian's so-called t-shirt dress. Twitter users went out of their way to make memes comparing her to the alien in Alien vs. Predator or a Dementor from Harry Potter. But if we're being totally honest, she knew what she was doing because everyone will for sure remember this look for years. Anyways, if you ask me, there were not enough people wearing flannels. As an American, it is legal requirement to own at least one article of flannel.
Last week, a model in Utah was scammed into shaving her head, saying she was devastated. Vin Diesel later commented that he had also been scammed 20 years earlier, and that's absolutely the reason why he hasn't had hair for over two decades.
Last week, comedian John Mulaney opened up on Late Night with Seth Meyers about dealing with addiction and going to rehab, even mentioning that he was expecting a baby with his new girlfriend, Olivia Munn. A bunch of fans were very happy to see him doing so much better, while others were upset to hear about his divorce, claiming he moved on too fast. Listen, I love John Mulaney as much as Nick Kroll does, but I can't imagine what his ex-wife, Anna, must be feeling. Anyways, I wish nothing but the best for both him and Anna.
A Canadian McDonald's employee has revealed that their old mascot, Grimace, is actually the embodiment of a taste bud. After receiving the news, Grimace's boyfriend, the Hamburglar, had some slight concerns. Rumors have surfaced that the two have split, but nothing's been confirmed yet.
Comedian and former SNL Weekend Update anchor Norm Macdonald died last week at the age of 61 after a long and private battle with cancer. SNL producer Lorne Michaels honored Norm at the Emmys last night in an endearing speech calling him one of the funniest people he's ever known. His influence in comedy will forever be remembered.
A new study finds that 70% of millionaires are afraid of leaving too much money to their kids. I think I can speak for all of us here at MCTV when I say that I'm willing to bite the bullet and take some of the cash off their hands.
Netflix announced that they will be having a global fan event on September 25th where more than 145 of fans' favorite stars will reveal exclusives and first looks from over 70 of Netflix's biggest shows and films. Not going to spoil anything, but if you know me, there's a chance I might appear in a certain strange trailer. Stay tuned.
A cow was spotted in the back of a Buick at a McDonald's drive-thru. It was there protesting the sale of beef burgers, but ordered a surprisingly large amount of McNuggets. There's now a class action lawsuit by multiple chickens over what they're calling unethical practices.
That's all we have for tonight. I'm Val.
And I'm Chris. Thanks for watching. Good night.
And you thought you saw the last of Eli and my feud? Now we will battle it out through the art of Jenga, or whatever discount brand this is. What is this, Jumbling Towers?
Jumbling Tower,
Jumbling
$250 at
Towers.
Rite Aid.
All right, I don't think we decided who's gonna make the first move. I'll make the first move, since I'm better. This one's jumping out at me.
That one's jumbling.
Oh God, oh God.
Dang, imagine losing on the first move.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Ooh.
You're so good at this.
This is not Jenga, so it's not made as well. The pieces are like, they're not as smooth, yeah.
Oh yeah, this
You gotta like push. Actually, I'm not gonna give you any pointers.
Oh man.
See, look, you can't even move the bottom without moving the rest of the tower. You better not fucking cheat in this game, too.
For those of you at home who can't tell, Tyler is still very salty that I beat him in trivia.
You did not beat me. You won.
I did.
through
I didn't beat you. I just won.
Stupid rule that was just plain cheating. Oh. Ooh. Okay. What if I did this? Ooh, that one's very loose. Look at that.
This is Tyler's exercise for the week.
Oh, wow. What, you think you're like better than everyone else because you just walk everywhere? I always see you walking around campus.
Okay, let's full send.
You're gonna knock.
Damn it.
Look at that. That's because I'm better. I'm sorry, do we have to censor that?
I was gonna say, are you allowed to air that?
Actually, it's fine. There's really no rating for this show, so we just check off the not made for kids button on YouTube. So yeah, that settles it. I'm better than Eli, but we'll do some more games to further prove that point.
How's it feel to finally win something?
Oh, what are you talking about? I'm used to winning at this point, especially when I'm against you. But we're gonna have to find. I feel like this game didn't really like challenge our skills that much. You know, we gotta find another game to really prove who's the better man.
Looking forward to it.
All right, well, get the out of my studio.
Okay.
Then. All right. Are we ending this show now on this shot?
Yes.
All right. What a great ending to this episode. That's all the time we have for tonight. I want to thank our panelists, Zach and Charlie, for joining us, as well as my enemy, Eli, for coming on. You can see our show on our YouTube page, MCTVHD, and don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. For Studio A, I'm Tyler McGuigan. Stay classy, y'all.